so. Later you go back out, this time for a run. Navigation is easy since you follow a yellow brick road painted for your eyes only. Yesterday's 10K had you running alongside the Scotsman from Chariots of Fire, then Rocky, then Usain Bolt for the final sprint. Entertaining, but not as motivational as you needed. Today, your glasses superimpose a pack of zombies chasing after you. They won't catch you if you exceed yesterday's pace, which you do. These glasses bend and edit reality, but they also project the future. As you run past a shop window, the reflected image of you is older, your hair is greying, but you wear a 2032 Olympics t-shirt, and you look lean, fast, and healthy. I call this new visual reality SuperSight. The human eye is an extraordinary organ. Packed with more than 120 million photoreceptor cells, it can discern 10 million different colours and has the body's fastest muscles. The average blink lasts just 100 milliseconds. It is also the most complicated organ after the brain, containing more than 2 million moving parts. For all of its wonders, however, the human eye hasn't significantly evolved in millennia. Although we've invented glasses to correct our vision and microscopes and telescopes for specialized tasks, our ancestors perceived the world much as we do. But thanks to a set of exponentially advancing technologies over the next decade, that's about to change radically. We're going to experience an epic evolution in human sight, and I hope to conjure a vision for you of what this will feel like. You're likely already familiar with virtual reality, or VR, immersive headsets like Oculus Quest or HTC's Vive that transport their wearers to fantasy game worlds. But this book isn't about virtual reality. Those wearable screens remove us from reality. They're opaque and only enable experiences divorced from the world around you. SuperSight builds a new dimension on top of the existing world by spatially situating information on the ground plane of reality. As Jim Heppelmann, the CEO of PTC, a software innovator in spatial computing, told me, it's far more useful to decorate the existing world around us with information. This decoration, superimposed and pinned to the world, is often called augmented reality, or AR. The pioneering research for AR was funded for military applications. At the US Air Force Research Lab in the early 1990s, engineers wanted to make it easy for a remote operator to control robot hands. They used an optical combiner to overlay the image of the robot's arms with the user's actual arms, and mixed computer-generated graphics with a view of the room to simulate physical barriers. With this mashup of digital information and the actual world, augmented reality was born. Later, aerospace engineers researching ergonomics found another reason to love AR. It allowed them to move the dashboard information of airplanes onto a window display, closer to the pilot's line of sight, thus reducing their cognitive load. These heads-up displays, HUDs, were followed by the development of helmets for Air Force pilots that use HUDs for targeting and landing guidance. In 2016, Microsoft launched HoloLens, the first widely available AR headset. It used tracking technology originally developed for the Kinect gaming 3D sensor, which we had been using in academic interface research for some time for depth sensing and body tracking. Around the same time, people in the industry started using the term mixed reality, MR, for these augmentations because they were getting richer and more responsive. Two technologies drove this shift. One, range-finding depth cameras that could read the dimensions of the world in front of the wearer, and two, improvements in real-time graphics rendering that could position dynamic, interactive digital overlays in response to the environment. This meant virtual objects could be placed in specific physical places, sitting on a table, half hiding behind a doorway, flying through a window, rather than just hovering in mid-air, as they did with the first-generation Google Glass. New industries often have drifting nomenclature problems. For a brief period in 2018, we tried folding all these immersive technologies, VR, AR, and MR, under the single moniker XR. That was confusing, even for the small set of developers, investors, and journalists in this budding industry. Now, we're starting to use a more descriptive term, spatial computing, to describe this new paradigm. The term